So the Phillies are eliminated. What a huge shocker. I mean, what did we expect, right? It's been a steady and slow decline of the franchise ever since we went to the World Series and didn't win it. And honestly, that year was a bad year for Philly sports in general. And I say bad because the Eagles lost the Super Bowl, the Phillies lost the World Series, and the Union lost the MLS Cup. Back to back to back. None of our teams could pull the trigger that year. So then the year after, the Phillies make it to the playoffs again, and they fizzle out. And now here they are again in the playoffs and can't pull it together. What are we doing? Can the city of Philly not get another championship from somebody from somewhere? I mean, we got 5 teams. Some cities don't have that. We got the Phillies, the Flyers, the Eagles, the Sixers, and the Union. Can somebody pull it together? And look, the Sixers are always in the running, but they just can't pull that together either. So it's like it feels like there's no hope. But we're not here to talk about the other teams. We're here to talk about the Phillies. I'm not sure I understand how we look so good throughout the year. And baseball is a lot of games, right? How we look so good for so many games. And then we come to the playoffs and just look like absolute turds. What's up with that? We can't hit. We can't play defense. We can't stop anything. We can't get anything going, substantial. And it's like, why make it all the way there to look like that? Right? Last year, it was like the 2 teams with the least amount of wins went to the World Series, and that's how that ended up being. And that was boring. I'm not even sure anybody even watched that. Because the 2 hottest teams weren't there. What do we have to do? I say this when I talk about the Eagles and really the Sixers too. We have talent. We have the ability. We just are not closing the deal. Why? Why are we all doing this to ourselves every single time? What do you need to motivate you more than making it and competing for the championship? All the other teams are gone. They're out. They're at home watching you play. And that's how you come out and play. It's like you might as well let some bums in. Phillies. We can't pay you guys all this money, have all this hype surrounded around what you can do and how good you look and how dominant you are, to then just leave us without words, right? Just like that. I can't even think straight about how disappointed I am now. Mind you, I don't follow baseball as much as basketball or football. But if it's Philadelphia, if it's a Philadelphia sport and we're contending and we look good, I am cheering, okay? I got the hat. I got the t-shirt. Everybody, doesn't matter who. I want a championship. I want us to compete. I want us to look good, and I want us to win convincingly. No matter which team it is, no matter which of the 5, right? I have to depend on the Flyers to bring us a Stanley Cup before one of our other teams actually put something out this decent and get us a W. I think I'll actually be more excited about a Flyers Stanley Cup than I would about a World Series or the MLS Cup, or what's the other one? The NBA championship. I don't think I'd be more excited than the Super Bowl. I think Super Bowl is my top. But of the other ones, because the Flyers really haven't been solid enough to compete strongly for a long time. They can put together some strings of wins, but they haven't been a real competitor for the Cup in a while. So if they were to take off, whoo, I'd be super excited to see that. Maybe I'll start talking about the Flyers a little bit and all the other teams. And the preseason for the Sixers is getting ready to start. I'm going to go to that game, go to one of the games, and I'll talk about how that is. Preseason, of course, it doesn't really matter, but I'll talk about my feelings on that. And as the season progresses, check back in with them. But Phillies, put your heads down and be disappointed in not only yourselves for your bad performance, but how you let the city down, who loves you. We love all our teams, but absolutely loves the Phillies. And do better next year, I guess. We'll see. Or we shall see.